So this video was sponsored by the MDF warehouse. They've kindly sent me out some of their grooved skirting board. Now this is 145mm, so I've had to rip this down because we're trying to get over. In that corner you'll see there's a little paint line. So we're just getting over that paint line there. So what I'm going to do is show you how easy it is to fit a skirting board like this. So now to get around that mitered corner, get around there, and then there's a little step there in the sill. So we'll cut that piece in. Once you can do that, you're good. One thing I would say to do, if you're right-handed, you want to start there. If you're left-handed, you want to start from the opposite side of the room, because if you're doing your scribe cuts, that you cut down these two sides, you want to cut that so you're using your right hand to do the saw. Because if you're here, you're going to have to turn it upside down and cut it, and you can end up with a bit of a bad edge at the top. So if you're right-handed, you always want to start, say, there, then here, and so on. So what you do to set these corners up, using the skirting board from the MDF warehouse, is you cut yourself a piece that's a bit longer, and you've got your return piece there. So basically just drop it straight on. See how it looks. How does it meet this piece of skirting board? That meets up there perfect. That means that this wall's nice and square. You've got a gap there. There's nothing you can do about that. Nails won't really punch it. You get it in a bit. If I push that really hard, I can get it to close, but then you're opening out this mitered corner. So what we're going to do is sharp pencil, as always. Hey, old crank. So this is the customer's dog. He keeps coming in to say hello every now and then. Look at the size of him. He's a beast, isn't he? Come on then, mate. Off you go. Come on, I'm busy. Come on. There he goes. Oh, he didn't get very far, did you, mate? No. So what we're going to do, go away, crank, is we're going to mark straight up the back of this. Hold your pencil nice and flat, mark that up, and then a little tip is just put an angle on it there. So you know that that's going to be that way, and then you'll know when you're outside that that's the direction that that's going to go. Without getting your pieces muddled up. So we'll do the same with this. So we'll mark that. Just guess that, about that much. And then what I'd do then to mark the angle is I'd hold it there, so I haven't got to get up and down twice. Straight up the back, mark it that way. So then you know that's the piece you're getting rid of. So you're getting rid of that and you want that. What I would do with these, yes, you can buy angle finders and all this sort of stuff, put it round this corner, read what the angle says. If it says 90 degrees, 245s, easy. If it's 92, you're going to want a 46 on each. What I always do is cut them all at 46, because it will just travel around there absolutely fine. So we'll get that cut. Let's take you out to the saw. We'll cut them two pieces, get that done. So make sure we've got a clean bed, get rid of the dust. These saws are quite simple to use. I mean, it's probably not something you got yourself if you're a DIY, but most trades have got that. So you bevel that over, that's at 46 now. Lock it over. So that piece, we can see we've got the pencil line. You've got your pencil line just here. I'll bring the saw down. Should have put the extractor on, yes, I know. I always go just past the line. If you put it to the line perfectly, which is fine, but then when you've got your glues on the back, you've not got no room for glue. So then we've got this cut to make now. So we'll cut it this way again, just past that line. So that's that one. Set this back up to 0. And then we'll just take this little niggly bit out. Now I do this just by eye because I've done it so many times. And then look, a little bit more. That's it. So that's cut that out nicely. A little bit of pencil line left on there, so let's have a look. So first piece, butted up. I've got a slight gap in that top. That's showing me that this skirting is running uphill. So put them together. That's just right. What's a little bit? I'm going to say we need a little bit out of this end here. Let's have a look. Yeah, tiny bit more out that pencil line. Right, that's better. And you'll see that that angle there is lovely. So what I'll do with that is mitre bond that. I'm just going to get the glue. Right. Glue decided to, oh, that's a lot of glue. You don't need that much. I have to glue about 5 pieces of skirting together, that would. But you do need plenty of this. You see how it just goes straight in. Rest that on the side like that. You want to bring up your tips and then just feel it into place. Give that a few seconds. Normally takes about 10 seconds to dry and get hold of it, so that should be perfect now. Sometimes with the MDF it sucks in the activator too quick, and then you're reliant on the glue then. So there we go, that's a nice corner. So then we'll take it back off, now we know it fits. You want a bit of silicone on the back. There's no need to buy all these crazy hybrid polymer fixers and stuff like that because it's just, they're so expensive. And push it in tight in the corners, nail there. You want a nail there, a nail at the back. Don't go mad, you only want a few in it. And that's it, job done. There's a slight gap here at the wall, but then it's got that bow in it anyway, so that'll just get corked, that'll get corked. So that's perfect, it meets the floor nicely. So this skirting board in all, it's been absolutely lovely. I mean, look at the finish on it, how smooth it is. There's no rough edges, it cuts nice, there's no splintering. So yeah, so as you can see that the skirting's come round there, lovely, it's finished nice. It's nice and clean, it's easy to nail, easy to cut, easy to work with. Delivery straight away. I ordered this at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was at my house the next morning. So you can't argue that. It saves the hassle of driving off to Howdens, Harlow's, Travis Perkins, any of your normal suppliers. It's here, it's at the door. You can drop it to the customer's house. They don't need to be signed for it, can just be dropped. So it's perfect really. Nice and easy, nice and straightforward. And they also do a collection of all different things as well. So I'll add a screen recording of their site so you can have a look yourself and see what you pick and see what you want to buy. Because I've got a job of stairs panelling, 65mm they are, 1190i. So I've got those to use. I've got about 70 lengths to get through after Christmas, so I'm going to use that. Do a video on that, how that's fitted, how that's stuck to the wall, cutting it, its quality, it's primed and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, just show you how easy it is. If you go on your browser, put in the mdfwarehouse.com, take you to their home page. Nice, simple, straightforward. You got your fire door frames, your different types of skirting boards, down to your architraves and that they've selling. You got your shaker strips. So if you go to the top and then click on that, you can text you to this is wholesale. So this is where you purchase from. So you select your skirting board, whatever you fancy. You notice the skirting board, it's got a 5mm cut out in the back for cables and stuff, which is a really handy feature that you don't normally get. And then you got all the rest of your stuff. You can do bulk pallet deals if you're new builds and stuff like that. So really worth using this site. It's so easy to use. You've got your windowsills as well, more MDF shakers panels, acoustic panels, more frames. So it's easy as that. But yeah, order for 5 PM for next day delivery. So it couldn't be any easier. Thanks to the MDF warehouse. much appreciate the skirting board. So we'll be using you a lot more in the future, so thank you very much.